twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
What's really going on? Welcome to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds. E. Marshall here with Fitz, aka Aguna Rush, and this is gonna be a quick one. anyway, what's going on with you, big fella? I see you got a like a little power source over there.
You see how I worked the orb?
Yeah, what is that?
Man, I cracked my screen yesterday, blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a guy that's bragged. I used to brag so much. Like,
yeah.
I can't believe people crack their screens so often. And I didn't crack one for like 15 years. And now I've cracked two in the last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't have a case or a screen protector or nothing like that on it?
Hey, when you drop it on that corner, if you get it right on the right corner, it'll just boom, start it up.
Got you. I would have to leave my house to really break my phone. You know what I mean?
The real saga is that I tried to be all responsible before the game and go down and go get it done.
Yeah.
And I called dude at 10:30 because the website said they open at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, take me like 15 minutes, no problem. I can fix it." But I'm not there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not there till 11.
Oh.
Okay. All right. 11. All right. That still gives me an hour before the game.
Right.
Takes 15 minutes. I'm like, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. I go down there at like 11:10. I'm going to let the guy get a cup of coffee going,
Right.
And the gate is closed and he's not there. And I called him on the phone. I'm like, hey, I'm out front, man. You there? Oh, I got held up. So I'm going to be there in about 10 minutes.
Wow.
I sat there.
You did?
Wow. For about 10 minutes.
Never
opened the gate. I'm like, man, let me get back home, man. I'm going to go watch this Arsenal game. And as I'm driving away, there he is. I see him at the gate as I'm driving down the block, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Now you say gate? This is like some kind of protected camera fixing location?
Oh, yeah. The way we protest here in the Bay nowadays.
Right. Everything's got a gate, huh?
They trying to gate things. They put up the plywood, everything.
Wow. That's a damn shame.
7-Eleven you walk up to, you can't even see inside because it's plywooded up. You got to go and walk in.
I got you. Well,
I'm not walking into an ambush,
You know how it is in those liberal cities, Fitz.
So that explains the little magical glow is that I got a crack right across my camera now.
That's beautiful. That goes along with everything that we try to do here at Caught in Two Minds. You know what I mean? As far as keeping it real, keeping it real shitty. Kind of like Arsenal.
Looks like shit, just like my team on the pitch. Like shit.
One of the biggest games of the year, Arsenal hosting Villarreal in the semifinal match to get into the final of the Europa League. And man, did we come out flat. What were some of your thoughts when you saw that lineup?
Well, the lineup said, wow, we're really going to attack. We should be attacking here, it looks like.
Right.
And we just did not have it.
This looked like the beginning of the season as far as creating chances. It looked like the team was just, I don't know, lethargic. There was no energy. There was no urgency to really to get on the good foot or whatever, get going early. There was none of that.
I mean, generally, that's something I'm always going to put on, like, the players is like, man, you got to come out with some energy and stuff. But the more and more I watch it, man, it's tactics. I mean, he's telling them
we were trying to
play
make the ball
this way, to play like they do.
Yeah.
And, it was, I mean, it wasn't a complete mess. We got a couple chances here and there, things like that. You know, Aubameyang put one off the post.
Definitely.
All
the chances we got were not difficult chances.
No.
You know? Free headers, Smith Rowe, keeper was on the ground. He kind of freaked out.
Yes.
And Aubameyang hit the post twice. So,
I mean, if I want to get picky, there was a few times at least that the player chose to pass and a shot might have been a better option, or vice versa.
Yeah, there was
actually vice versa more, but like that one for Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was a wrong decision, but when I saw the replay and I saw where Pepe was, he could have just popped it to Pepe because Pepe could have ran it in the goal. There was nobody on.
Or he could have passed it to Odegaard too. If he just wanted to center it instead of making that kind of baby cross. Or he could have just taken his time and just, whacked it on target, Keeper was on the ground. But I mean, he's a kid, it doesn't matter, dude. The team, the tactics, the way we came out, knowing we needed a goal, we should have came out with a little more urgency, I thought. Bellerin looked shook in the first half, giving the ball away.
Oh, my God, dude.
Partey was shook all game, losing the ball in bad situations. He kind of got going defensively later, but there was several times throughout the match he loses the ball on our end in a bad situation.
He's just so sure of himself where he shouldn't be, man. He just convinced that he could touch it one more time. You know what, though, man? I'm gonna say this: that goes across the team. I'm sorry, man. We were back off the crisp passing. Everything was receive the ball, take a look, pick somebody out.
Right. Against Newcastle, passing the ball quick, moving.
Yeah.
Playing, just our last game.
I mean, where's the bang bang? I mean,
and then we come out today.
There's no game more this year that has defined like we gotta have this. We gotta have this, man.
Right.
And it wasn't a huge task to ask them to just, man. I mean, keeping a clean sheet was a huge task, and we did.
Right. We did the hardest thing that for Arsenal to do would be to defensively keep a clean sheet. Excuse me. If when Xhaka got hurt in warm-ups, the lady that was hosting the show said it was Saka. And I almost shit my pants.
That.
Yeah, no, the little pregame.
Yeah.
She said it was Saka, not Xhaka. But when I found out it was Xhaka, I was like, oh, shit, we never win without Xhaka on the pitch, which is really weird. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's one of those things in the universe that just seems to happen. But if Tierney is fit to come in when Xhaka got hurt, shouldn't he have been starting anyway?
These are the questions that I always ask. I don't understand.
Now let me say this. He wasn't bombing up and down the pitch like he usually does. Was that tactics, or you think he was still a little injured? Who knows? Really?
I think he told him to not press too hard.
Not keep the clean sheet.
Although you could see how hard that is for him to not, if you put me on the pitch, I'm playing. And he stayed back for a long time early throughout the game, and he started going. He started going forward because
we needed a goal.
Because he's a real warrior that understands, like, dude, we got to do something. We got to figure something out here.
Yeah, no, it was strange. It was strange. And, this is his first game back, and, since he hurt his knee, weeks ago. So just a tough. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the match. Typical. Typical.
I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, the theme of the match to me is just like the tactics and
energy.
and Arteta's decisions.
It's the you look at
Man, I try not to be hard on Pepe, man, but it's it's just too much, man. It's
yeah.
You know, and then I read some stuff like during halftime, and like people were like, you know, man, thank God for Pepe. And
I can't believe that, especially in today's game.
And somebody was saying like, well, nobody moves up with Pepe, so then he just has to take on 1 versus. No, that's the whole point. You don't have to take 1 versus 5.
Pass it back, restart the movement.
If you're clever enough to hold the ball up for a second, find the guy. Find the guy that's coming. Find somebody open, man. You don't have to take that guy on every time.
Be patient. Move the ball around. Keep it. Make a move.
I would tell anybody that wants to defend him that when you saw him do that, it's just luck. It's just luck that he tried to kick it by somebody, and the guy bumbled it between his legs, and it popped out the back, and Pepe ended up with the ball, and he put the ball in the back of the net. But you know what? To act like there's a whole bunch of skill in what he did is not. There's no credit in my book. So, and you know what, guy? I'm talking like this is like a month and a half ago when he was on that little run, and everybody was like, "See, he's starting to get it." And even I said, "It looks like maybe Arteta's getting to him," but it's back to give me the ball. You know what? It's weird. I watched the defense scramble to kick balls away a couple times. They kick it out to Pepe.
Yeah.
And it's like they work hard to get it all the way over there to that corner where Pepe is.
Right.
And he gets the ball and just immediately dribbles backwards towards the defense, our defensive line.
Yeah.
And releases a ball back to the middle so everybody can go back to their positions and set up.
Right.
And it's like, I don't understand how you expect to build. Our build-up play is pathetic. I don't understand how you're trying to build up play by everybody stopping, everybody running to their position and now stopping and turning around and saying, "Hey, give me the ball. Give me the ball."
The only people that can from the forward line who can get people involved in the build up play is Laka, which is strange. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When another questionable move by Arteta in this match was he took Abba out for Laka, and I thought you got to take Pepe out for Laka. I mean, bring in Laka for Pepe instead of Laka for Abba. I know Abba is just as frustrating as Pepe to a certain extent. He's just as frustrated, but at the same time, he hit the post twice. He's if anybody's going to score a goal, you would kind of bet on Abba at this point. He's doing more in the final third. So when he brings in Laka for Abba and leaves Pepe out there, it's just like, what's Pepe gonna do? Like, what's he done all game?
I know.
Dribbling?
I that's the only thing I wrote at halftime was somebody is Pepe off for Martinelli. At halftime is what I was asking.
Well, yeah, I was gonna get to that too. You got to bring Martinelli in earlier. Bring him in at halftime. Get Pepe off the pitch. He's not doing.
Look, and I understand there's some type of a belief like, you know what? All right, I'm going to bring on he brought Martinelli on and took Odegaard off.
Right, and Odegaard got hurt, I think. He looked like he was running around.
I thought he was back to running again, so I thought, okay, he's okay. But, my whole point is if you want to try to we're going to have to try to pick a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take your best passer off the pitch
when
you're bringing in one of the guys that can
receive one of those passes
and possibly pick you a goal.
Right.
I need Odegaard to deliver it to him.
Right. Exactly.
But you pulled Odegaard off and kept Pepe on. And
Pepe. Yeah.
now we just got another joker on the other side of the pitch. You just put him over on the right now, and now he's just.
And you move probably your best player going forward, Saka, all the way back to left back.
Yeah.
You know, or
he ended up going to left back. I think a little bit after that, but he ended up going to left back.
So it's just we're just all over the place.
There's just so many questions about it where it's like, all these other teams, especially at this point of the season.
I got that shadow, man. I can't.
They have systems set up. They've got their reserves in line. Like if a guy's coming off, everybody on the team knows who's coming on for him, because that's like, in late games, we switch to possession. So this guy comes off the bench to come and help us out. Right. With Arsenal, it's just a crapshoot. Like who's going to come on, what they're going to do when they come on.
Right.
Willian came on. I don't care. Maybe there's some sense to that substitution, but for me, not if I'm trying to pick a goal. He hasn't scored a goal all season.
Well, you're bringing Willian in to put crosses into the box. To who? Like we always as we always say, who is he going to cross the ball to? I know Laka is going to fight you tooth and nail for everything. Yeah. But he's 5'8", 5'9". You know what I mean? That's not his game. It's not even really Abba's game.
That was the irony that I thought. Because when I realized Williams on, I was like, oh yeah, so he could like get some balls into the box. And then I thought, well, wait. Laka just came on and Abba's off, so who's he crossing it to?
Even if he leaves Abba out there, that's not his game.
I mean, going to Abba on the air is not.
We've already established that.
Do a flying Superman kick to put it in the goal or something,
But yeah, there was one chance I thought somebody slipped the ball in the Laka and he was going to turn, but Martinelli got in the way late. Those are the ones Laka scores. You know what I mean? Those quick little turns. I thought we were going to
get the twist and turn, and he would just whip it.
But Martinelli kind of got in his way and threw him off.
And he didn't make a bad decision, being that the way it happened. So he went and he laid it off to Bellerin, right?
Oh yeah.
And Bellerin took the left foot. He took that shot. Wasn't a bad shot.
Nope. Put it on target. He, at least he put it on target. It got blocked, but
Yeah.
I thought Holden missed 2 easy headers for a center back. They were free headers. The first one, especially. The second one, he was a little farther away, but doesn't even put him on target.
Yeah.
We barely created anything. I mean, the goals we did create, were like that. The corners.
Yeah.
Rebounds, scramble plays. The Abba first one off the, It's a rough game, biggest game of the season, and we just didn't show up.
Here's my big complaints about the way we're playing is, to play out of the back.
Yeah,
like you can't have an ego about it and be like, not open, pass it back. Oh, not open, pass it back. Somebody's got to press the envelope every once in a while to break it down.
Right.
The way you play out of the back is, in the meantime, like when you watch Man City, who basically, invented this in the Premier League for sure.
Right. Yeah.
As they're playing out of the back, there's all kind of little jackrabbits making runs through the middle and trying to like find spaces where you can not conventionally bring it up the pitch, around the outside, up the sideline, find somebody. You gotta make the extra pass. You gotta find somebody cutting in the middle. And we don't do that at all.
Move with urgency everywhere.
Yes.
Whether you're playing it out from the back, whether you have the ball in the midfield, or whether you're attacking going forward, everything is with urgency. And with the way we play, it's not like that. And that's the biggest hamper to the style in which he wants to play. You got to have energy all over the pitch.
Yeah.
If you watched that Chelsea game against Real Madrid yesterday in the Champions League, they pressed the hell out of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid was able to, move, methodically get through the press. It was just so much stress on them that they couldn't really do anything. But, Do we have the technical ability to do that with the players we have? You would think so. The only thing missing is our energy. The speed of thought
is the ordering by the boss to pick it up. I need you to pick it up.
Let's go. Let's just no holds barred. We gotta score a goal.
I'm gonna show you one more thing that's kind of proof. Part of playing out of the back is that Leno doesn't launch it and he comes out and it also
he waits a lot too.
is the just the passing by hand to open players that can start a break.
He finally did it that one time.
No, but check it out. Only at the end of the game.
One time.
At the end. At the end of the game, he did it about a handful of times where he kept running up through the defense that had just put on kind of a charge and tried to, do something against Leno. He catches the ball. He runs out of there. He picks somebody out and he launches the ball to the guy to try to launch a break. That's the energy I need all game.
Right.
He needs to be looking for that pass.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
But you can tell it's tactics by Arteta because he doesn't do it at all through the entire game, and Arteta never tells him, dude, let's go. You get that pass out of your hands and let's see if we can launch something going.
That's what I was gonna say is he even does the opposite of starting the break. He slows it down so that everybody can get set up in their position to start this little bullshit, play it out from the back style, which we're not good at right now.
Yes. Yes.
So they even slow it up to let them prepare defensively. It lets them get set up, and it slows down the whole process. And what eventually happens? We kick it out wide left to Tyranny or Pablo. He's getting pressed, and he lumps it up to Pepe to try to win a header. You know what I mean?
Try to win some header,
and it's just no, dude, we gotta go.
You have to go. I mean, not going. How does that help ESR?
Right.
If we're not moving and trying to get the ball up the pitch, ESR is you're kind of just wasting them. And
pretty much
I watch now, and I mean, if this is how we're gonna run, I don't think we should even be making any attempt for Odegaard. The play is already too slow. Odegaard, like I've been saying, he reminds me of Ozil, and he needs to kind of have play around him going at a different speed so he can kind of slot in and find passes and pick guys that are moving. Right. But nobody's moving. Nobody is trying to get behind a defender or cutting in or
no.
And I can only say it's tactics. I guess I have to say it, man.
No,
to the end of my rope. Arteta out. I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done.
I mean, I just don't want to be one of those clubs that's firing coaches every season.
I get it.
But it looks like, Man U finally, Well, I mean, they were talking about firing Ollie, two years ago, and they kept him. So these things take time. Just like when Pep first got to Man City, they were having loads of trouble playing out from the back. It takes time to develop your system. It's just weird from a fan's perspective because these guys are good. They got technical ability. Why aren't they picking this up quicker? You know what I mean? Passing it out from the back, moving, flick here, flick there. Let's go. But it does take time. It does take time.
And I hate to pound this point.
Yeah.
That's why I put it on Arteta.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Now,
definitely.
I'm not even sure about some of the talent that we were kind of locked in is good. How good they really are, number one. So, man, I just hate to say it because I think I've been really good, really nice on them for a long time, but I don't know. Partey might have kind of a head problem. He seems like he just doesn't. I don't know, man. His decision in pressure is not great.
He's never had the responsibility.
It just happened a little bit recently. He's kind of been doing this for a while now.
He's never had the responsibility he has now going forward.
Yeah.
When he played for Atletico Madrid, he was a guy who ran around and made tackles, and that's all he did.
Yeah.
Every now and then he could pick a good pass. Now Arteta is giving him more responsibility. He's not that type of player. Yep. He's an ankle biter. He's an enforcer.
Yes.
And that's it. But this fool's out here flying around trying to, take shots from outside the box, making risky passes. He would never, ever try to make half the passes he made with Arsenal if he was still with
Atletico.
El Cholo, the coach, would not.
I like Cedric. I like him. I think his talent is actually decent for, what we basically needed him to do.
Right.
But now some reason he doesn't. This ain't the first dude. But this is one of your dudes now. You got Cedric. You went and got him. I'm sure you thought because he has the right attitude on top of all that. And now he's out of favor.
Right.
Why isn't Cedric playing? Gunduzi's gone. I don't care. You got a problem. But, man, you know what? Part of being the coach is my word is the boss. And part of it is being the coach is I'm the boss and I got a thicker skin.
Man management.
I'm not going to get all offended by a kid. You know?
Man management. Man management.
There's just so it's like shaky ground. So I guess my whole thing is I don't know if I want to roll into next season with shaky ground. Well, I mean, it's not rolling the next season. I don't know if I want to roll into a transfer market in a shaky ground. So now I think the decision is at Arsenal's hands. Like, what are they going to do, man? Are they going to go ahead?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Unai just came to the Emirates and beat us.
Yeah.
And is going to another final in the Europa League. He got Arsenal to a final. He's gone now. We fired. So this pattern, you know what I mean, of firing coaches, not giving them enough time to instill their system, not buying the right players. We can't keep going on like this. We really can't.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we should have never hired Arteta because the job was too big for him to begin with. You know what I mean? We should have let Unai stay until it was just we couldn't take it anymore and we had to get rid of him and then bring in somebody like Arteta. Or Arteta should have went somewhere else, got some experience, and then came to Arsenal. It was just too soon to make that hire for him. That's all.
2 months before Unai got fired, he had like a 14-game unbeaten streak.
I don't remember, but I'll take the word for it.
2 months that fall. I think we stumbled like we always do, like the first 2 games of the season. And then we went on a run where we either won or tie, including the Caribou Cup and all that shit.
Right.
Like, I mean, I just think we got panicky and decided Unai wasn't the guy. But, I'm not necessarily saying I wish we would have kept Unai, but you're right. I mean, I just don't know if Arteta.
It was just too. It's Arsenal is not the coaching job for your first job. Your first position in coaching. Your first head coaching position is Arsenal. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You got to go somewhere, earn your ropes. Earn your ropes. Is that the saying?
Earn your keep.
Earn your keep, and then come to a team like Arsenal. So what you do is you hire a veteran. You hire a veteran, give him 3 years, let him, steady the ship, develop some youngsters, teach them tactics, and then you bring in the young up-and-coming coach who's proven himself.
Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti was rumored at the time.
Perfect.
I wanted Ancelotti. I thought, hey, man, you know what? This is good. And Ancelotti comes in knowing, like, this could just be a 2 or 3 year run. Like, he doesn't even expect to, like, I'm taking this club over for the rest of my life. Like, he'll just move on. He's not tripping.
If you fire Unai, you go that route. You don't go we're just going to bring in a brand new coach. You know what I mean? Just because he sat under Pep for, 4 years or whatever it was. You bring in a veteran.
Panicky because, he was connected to Pep. So,
right. Anyway, it's a mess. I think you got to give him I don't know. If you get rid of Arteta, I won't care either way. But I'm thinking if you start this little, if you start firing coaches after one season during a pandemic with social distancing and no fans, and you know what I mean, you can't really train, and you got people injured, and it's just give them a full year, give them another year, and see what happens. What would that be?
Yeah, I know. We're not Chelsea. I know. We're not Chelsea. And just go win it with all kind of different coaches.
Right, but that guy they hired, you see how well the team is playing now?
Yeah.
But he didn't come. Chelsea isn't his first gig. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was successful in Germany. He's a young guy, probably just about to maybe a little older than Arteta. He was successful with Dortmund. Then he went to PSG, Mbappe, Neymar. He had to handle all that pressure. Got to the final last year in the Champions League, and now he's at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and it's not to insult Arteta that he doesn't understand football. It's just, I mean, for any American fans, it's like coaching in New York. You're in London. This ain't nothing easy. You talk about pressure, you're gonna feel pressure, man. I mean,
he doesn't understand how to handle players from a head coaching position. He doesn't understand that yet. That comes with time.
Yep.
You mentioned the Guendouzi thing or the Ozil thing. A humble, desperate manager, who understands how hard it is to win wherever you go, is going to try to get the best out of Ozil. He's going to please him. He's going to put his arm around him. He's going to try to coax it out of him just so it can make his job as a head coach easier. Arteta, kind of an arrogant tyrant, no, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Get all these players out of here. The way he's handled Reece. You can't tell me Reece isn't just as good as Willian or Pepe. You can't tell me you can't get more out of Willock.
When you go that deep on the bench and you're pulling Willian off the bench, you gonna tell me that Reece is not a bigger threat?
Right.
It's goals, man. We need goals.
Well, and I'm not saying that was the move today. I'm saying all season.
Yeah, totally.
You don't play this guy and you keep giving Willian chances. Or when Pepe was out of form. And who knows if he's ever really been in form, a goal here or there in the Europa League. And, I guess people think I got this shadow going out. But anyway, Willock, when Partey is doing dumb shit on a continuous basis, I know you spent $50 million for him, but you know what I mean? Willock can play, you've always said that. You think that's his position, the box-to-box midfielder. That's what we try to have Pepe doing. I mean, anyway, there were so many things that Arteta could have done different.
Maitland-Niles might be the best damn athlete that Arsenal had on the squad.
Another one.
So fast.
Especially if you're going to shit on Bellerin and not play him.
Yeah.
You want to have Maitland-Niles there. Somebody that won an FA Cup for us last year and was a huge part of that, playing on the left.
Playing out of position. That's our thing. That's what we do all the time. So maybe somebody versatile is somebody to keep on the squad during a late season run when everybody's going to be tired and look how many injuries we got. And
once you found out Martinez can play at this level, you keep him and you sell Leno. And you bring in reinforcements. You bring in better players. Now, I'm not saying Martinez is way better than Leno. I'm just saying we need money. We need players. Leno is an opportunity. They're just as good. Martinez took a spot, basically.
What is it that Leno does that Martinez doesn't do that makes him like
he's got a better haircut,
more valuable?
He's got a better haircut, and for some reason, people like him. I like him too. He makes the occasional great save. He's a good goalkeeper, but when you put them next to each other, it's like we could keep Martinez, save some money, sell him, make more money, bring in players we need, and move forward. It's just one of those things. It's a business thing. That's all. I'm not saying he's way better. I'm just saying we need bodies.
You preaching to the choir. I was screaming that shit back then when they were talking about the decision. I'm like, keep Martinez.
Right. So these are all
the meantime, as you talking about changing the soul of this team and all this other stuff, you know what, man? Keep the kid that's been with us forever, who's dedicated his life to this club, and get rid of Leno. Hey, that's one reason. And reason B is you can get more money for Leno.
Right. That's my whole point. It's just it's just a business thing. There, you could flip a coin between those two now at this stage. In my opinion, you could flip a coin. Sure. Okay. Just like, I mean, damn, if Leno got hurt and Ryan was able to go out there week in and week out, we'd be like, oh wow, exactly. He could take Leno's spot just like Martinez did. Yeah. Which that never happens for the best goal, top 5 goalkeepers. You know what I mean? They get hurt, they come back, it's their job. With Leno, he gets hurt, he comes back, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know. So it's just these are all.
When I watched Ryan out there against Newcastle, he was out there and he didn't act like he was a field general, or he just kept receiving balls and moving it along and just doing his job, man. I like a cooler head nowadays. I know goalies are traditionally nuts, but I prefer a nice cool head like Emi Martinez.
These are all little mistakes Arteta has made throughout the year, and this is just basically, it comes down to the lack of experience, and then that's what it boils down to. Basically, we hired the wrong guy. We hired him too soon.
I agree. I do agree.
But now we're stuck with him, and I say give him another year.
I mean, if they do it, they do it. And I mean,
actually, I don't care at this point.
I've preached that until now.
I don't care at this point. He can go if we bring in somebody worthwhile. It can't be another. It can't be one of these weird. I thought Unai was a weird hire, for Arsenal. I thought Arteta, he played for us, but come on, he's never coached anywhere. Like, this is Arsenal. He doesn't have any experience. So if we're lining up one of these big coaches, these big up and coming coaches, everybody knows, then sure. What the hell? But if it's going to be another, oh wow, that's a weird one. But okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm not for it. Keep on
a coach that's been around the block, because I'm awful with names of who coaches where. But that maybe a coach that's been around the block that has been coaching Stuttgart. Would that be somebody like you would think somebody that's got experience with a?
I would want Allegri. I would want him to come in, the Italian. I would want him to come in and just clean shit up, Italian style. Get us not conceding goals within the first 5 minutes of matches.
Number one importance.
You know what I mean? So that's who I would want. Classy, got his shit together, serious guy. That's who we need.
Could bring Chesney in.
Whatever. I saw that shit. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Don't even get me started. Anyway, that's going to do it. You got anything else you want to say about the match?
Nah, man. I'm good with the band, and it's going to be a relief. The games don't mean as much right now, and I can kind of relax now.
Yeah. We can have fun with this and just kind of cruise into the off season, because it's just been a mess. Anyway, that's going to do it for the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We're on Twitter at CITM Podcast for all the banter, all the links to how you can listen to the show. And we're also on YouTube, Caught in Two Minds. Go over there, check us out if you like watching the podcast. And that's it, man. I got nothing else to say,
Yeah, construction starting up here, so
good riddance. And come on, Villarreal. Beat Man U in the final. Peace.
Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at staticsmusic. That's STATX Music. Peace.
Closing time. One last call for alcohol.